a short video. I think I found what is causing my walking be so horrible. I previously said it was my longan koukistaja, the thing that pulls your knee up. But now I did a bit of testing, and it's actually when you bring your heel to your bum. That's the muscle that is absolutely dead on me. I cannot bring my... when I was healthy, I could remember you could just flick it and it would tap your butt. But nowadays, nothing. There's no way that I can do that. Anyway, in any way. And what I now advise for my training is that instead of cycling normally, I attach only my left leg to the clip, and then I cycle with one leg, left leg primarily, which forces me to actually pull up and press down, pull up and press down, whereas normal cycling, the right leg brings up the left leg. So yeah, I'm altering the way I practice a little. And what else? Yeah, changing the way I practice to kind of, because I've noticed that when I do kettlebell, you know, small things that I can't do 10 repetitions or something, then I do it a couple of times and then I suddenly can. So I feel that my level is here, it has dropped a tremendous amount, but then doing something quite fast, it doesn't come back to the original level, but it increases fairly fast from the level that it was previously. So yeah, I'll try this for some time and see whether my walking improves by forcing my left leg to do a bit of work. Interesting. Let's see how it goes. I yesterday asked whether I wrote an email yesterday saying that the current 3 customers that I have, they're not enough work for me, and would we, or would the current integrator that I'm working through be able to provide more work? Anything related to Documentum or Java, I'm fine with. And come Monday, we'll know. Will I be hunting for different, what do you call it? Hunting for a new assignment. On another front, how do I say? I'm on Twitter, and Twitter is kind of polished stuff that it's just, you get community strikes if you say anything with any thought in it. And so what I've done, I'm still using Twitter, but I have a account on something called, let me see, it's called Gab, and I'm posting all my old videos there. And then the other thing that I've now, because YouTube, I'm not so miffed about Twitter. I just loathe their reputation. But what do you call it? YouTube. Every single time I have mentioned anything to do with terrorism or anything like that, my video has been demonetized. Nowadays I don't have this partner thing because they changed their partner rules so that I don't get monetized because of this. So every single time I put out stuff that is somehow has an edge to it, they just take all my rights away. So now I'm publishing both to YouTube and to something called DTube, and I'm going to be linking the videos that I create so that they're, what do you call it, they come from GTube, and so that's a bit of a change that I'm gonna be doing. The ending of the project, I've been praying for it for a long time, that this is it's a bit too much stress for one person to bear, and it has been a relief to be without the stress. The only problem is that the money isn't enough. Hopefully Monday will give me something new to do so that I can continue living here and what do you call it, so that stuff will, life will continue for me and my family. But I trust God has something for me. And yeah, now that I've been moving these videos over to the what do you call it, DTube, you tend to watch them also, what I've been saying and stuff like that. But yeah, I talked about God a lot more than I've done in my recent videos. Fair enough. I don't think I've changed, but it hasn't been a subject that I've been talking about. When the last clip that I recorded, pretty much immediately after this, I got a friend request on LinkedIn. And now, normally on LinkedIn, I only accept people who I've actually worked with. So I don't have any random people around there. But still, for this time, for some weird reason, I decided that, yeah, I'll accept this invitation. I did something else, I didn't pay attention to it, and this person had sent me a message on LinkedIn, and in addition to the message, because I didn't reply instantly, I just did other stuff, they actually gave me a call. So they picked up the phone and called me and was asking, would you be interested in an architect job at Accenture? And I said, yeah, potentially I would, but I'd like to hear some more. It doesn't pay tremendously much, or it does. It's good money, but it's funny when I'm what is the funniest thing about it is the psychological effect, because I was dreading what will happen to me, how will I market myself, and then somebody calls and says that we've looked at what you've been doing and we're interested. And even though I've had these headhunters call before, and it doesn't necessarily lead to anything. I got my EMC job through a headhunter, And yeah, that's about it. All the other ones I've gotten myself. The Nokia one and, well, TCS one, it just came. I couldn't choose. That was a horrible period in my life. This is a horrible period also. But still, it's interesting to see. I sent my CV and they're going to call Monday to see. So there's 2 things happening now on the Monday. I'll see if I've got more work. And so now I shall pray and what do you call it? Put certain conditions in. I don't know what the English term is. So in Finnish you say asetetaan villat. Was it Gideon? Or one of the Old Testament leaders of Israel. He prayed to God, I believe you if I put the stack of wool, and when I wake, I can't remember which way it went. Other one was the wool was wet, and the other one was the grass was wet. So he put the wool there and prayed that I want only the wool to be wet and the grass be dry, and that happened. And then the next night he said, well, now I want it the opposite way around, so that the grass is wet but the wool is dry. So that's why, or I bet it's used everywhere. But we as a family, or me and Terhi are going to pray and set some kind of things that we would like to see happen in order for me to accept the job, or even entertain the idea. And then obviously this other thing is important also. Let's see what comes out of it. Interesting times. Jesus Christ is our King. It's Lord and Savior. Amen.